Hello, I'm your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor, Latricia Booker. And Kingdom people, I am here to talk to you about how the narcissist wants you to bow down to them. See, Kingdom people, the narcissist wants to have authority over you in your life. And maybe at one point of time, you probably engaged the narcissist, or you may still be engaged in the narcissist. Either way, understand they want authority over you and your life. And let's say you remove yourself from them. You no longer deal with the narcissist. They don't like that because they still want authority over your life. It doesn't matter to them that you're no longer dealing with them. They still want authority over your life. I'm just saying, they think they had authority over your life. Here's the thing. Maybe in some cases, in some ways, they did have some kind of control over you. And you woke up and recognized, stood in your power, stood in your authority, took authority over your own life, gave your authority of your life to Christ. Or maybe you already had given your authority, the authority of your life to Christ, I'm hearing. But maybe you just still was struggling with some things. Maybe you became aware of this narcissist person and what their intentions were, that they were trying to have authority over your life. And, the thing is, regardless of what the situation may be, it's not happening no more. And just because you walked away or you removed yourself from the narcissist doesn't mean that they still don't want authority over your life or control over your life. Yeah, we know they didn't really have that in many cases, but in their mind, they did. Let me share a little story with you, or some experiences with you. Well, a little story, some experiences. God had been speaking to me and pointing out to me how, the narcissists that were in my life that I became aware of to be narcissists, how, again, they want that authority. Or that control over you, because narcissists think they have control over you. And why I say they think they have control over you is because sometimes they don't, but they think that. Let me explain. God was showing me different situations and how I was cool with people. People be thinking that you need their validation, that you need their approval, you care about what they say. And the truth is, when God was pointing this out to me, when it came to certain individuals, and He brought all to my attention and took me back to the way I dealt with them, it was a thing where, I was allowing them to matter in my life. Because when you're dealing with people, and either they do mean something to you, and or you're wanting them, trying to give them that meaning for you, because that's the kind of person that you are. You want to, you look at things like people matter. So you allow people to matter. You deal with them and handle them in a way that they have it like they matter. And they take it the wrong way. In their mind, they think that means you're weak, number one, that you're naive, number two. And in their mind, they think they have control over you. And they really think that you feel like you need them. You need them to be okay with you. So in other words, they think that you're trying to please them. And in some instances, Kingdom people, maybe you have done that. Maybe that is the case. Maybe that is the case for some of you, and you still working your way through that. Hear me. Going back to what I was saying, I had to point out to God, no, that wasn't control. God was telling me that's what they thought. And I'm knowing that's not what it was. Again, I allow you to matter in my life if you're in my life. So people I'm hearing now, people took your kindness for a weakness. They took it as, oh, I'm in control, or I got you, or I'm trying to, you need me. You're under me. You can't do without me. That's what they do with all that. Which is why, once you sever the relationship, they can't handle it. Because they feel like in their mind, they need control back of you. They need to control you again. But again, what did I just say? In many cases, in my case, they wasn't controlling me, but that's how they do things in their mind when you're cooperating with them, when you're going along with them, when you're loving them. When you love people like that, when you love a narcissist, they think that means they controlling you. And again, you might cooperate with them, and because when you're in a relationship, Ain't that what you're supposed to do? If you got to be opposing somebody, what's the point? Which what ultimately happens is one reason why we get out of a relationship with a narcissist. Because I know in my case, I began to see they were enemies. If I have to be around you and I have to hold back and I have to deal with you in a way like an enemy, what's the point of being in a relationship with you if you my enemy? So I'm saying all that, Kingdom people, to say this. They didn't get that you were cooperating with them. They took that all the wrong way because they're narcissists. That's how they think. They think you cooperating with them is them having authority over you, them controlling you. And furthermore, in my situation, as I was talking back and forth with God about this, I had come to, I started to remember and, brought to God's attention, or maybe he brought it to my attention, how at one point, once I really seen people, seen what was going on with them, what I mean by that, their issues started to leak out more and more. I looked past a lot of things because I'm like, people got issues, so I didn't make nothing of it. But as certain people, these narcissists in particular, their issues started getting thicker, and they started being intensifying, they started leaking out more. I would even try to accommodate them in their issues, even though I knew they had issues. At some point, I knew that they thought that they were trying to, how can I put it? I'm going to give you this example. I had an event, a very special event, and I had asked someone, it was in another state, so I asked someone to find a location. I kind of told them around and about what I was looking for, and I had this, they found the place, and it was an event, but it was to honor someone. And so at the event where we were, it was at a restaurant, and it was at a restaurant where you order your food and you pay for it, so I just heard every restaurant is like that. This is what I mean. I paid for everybody's food. Let me put it like that, because I was the one who was having this event, and I was prepared for that. And this was during the right when we were coming out of the pandemic, kind of, sort of, in 2021. I think, yeah, 2021. So anyhow, towards the end, when we were wrapping things up, some people had left money. Some people who were there had ordered extra to take home. Maybe order extra to take home to their family, whatever the case may be. And so this person that I had originally asked to find a place for me, their elder of mine, they handed me the money that was left, the cash. I was going to pay out of my own pocket, with a card. This person told me, whatever, and said, here, just give this to the person as a tip. And so, me being me, recognize, because I know this person is controlling. They think they're in control, telling me what to do. Because this person they are an elder, but they think I was see, and I was seeing, I saw that. Thought they had authority over me and could just tell me what to do, which is fine. It wasn't a big deal to me. But again, they just told me what to do. Like, I don't know what to do, or I have to follow their orders. But this is the thing, Kingdom people, I was okay with it. I knew that they had a controlling spirit. I knew that they did things in a way to try to matter, to make themselves feel like they were the one, or they the one, the one leading the way, so to speak, or giving the orders. I knew this about this person. But again, Kingdom people, it didn't bother me. I recognize how this person is, and it didn't faze me. I gave them that, is what I'm getting to. I gave them that. I was like, okay. I was okay with it. I wasn't going to fight against it and oppose it and everything. It wasn't that big of a deal. I gave it to them. So I'm saying that to say, in their mind, they thought they were controlling me. And this is just an example. But this is a repeated thing because it's a repeated behavior in narcissists, in people like that. So I'm saying all that to say, sometimes, kingdom people, you just giving it to them. You just cooperating with them. You might even see their stuff, but you don't even care. You just still, it's kind of like that they have a need to feel meaningful and important. So you just kind of go with it because it doesn't make you one way or the other. It doesn't bother you. You see their issue. You see their need to have some form of meaning. And I'm hearing control, because overall that's what it is. And so sometimes you give it to them because it's nothing to you. But what happens, kingdom people, in their mind, they really think they're controlling you. Not understanding, not really. I just give you that. I allow you when it comes to certain things because it's not a big deal to me. And as I said before, sometimes you see their issue. So in some ways you kind of do try to accommodate them. But the truth is, which is probably not the best thing to do, because you become an enabler, but before you realize that, or they go too far, or you see more deeper into who they really are, of course, before you fall back, or before you fall back completely from them, you were just trying to get along and go along because, kingdom people, you look past people's flaws. Because people got issues. You've had issues. You had to work through things. So you just assume the best for people. You just assume they'll work past their issues. But what we learned is these kind of people don't work past their issues. They have no intention on it. They actually project their issues on others. But not trying to go too much into that. The point is, kingdom people, they want that authority over you. They want to bow down. They want you to bow down to them, literally. They want authority over your life. They think they had authority over your life. Those ones you removed yourself from, they, in their mind, wants it back. There are some elders that want to be an authority figure in your life. They want to, again, have authority over your life. In a proper, appropriate way, there's nothing wrong with authority figures. But these ones, narcissists, they are abusers. They abuse their authority, which is part of why you've taken back any authority they thought they had over your life. There are also younger people or your peers that want to be an authority figure over your life, kingdom people. They want you to bow down to them. They want authority over you and your life. And again, kingdom people, is because they're damaged. They are unhealed. So the way that they feel better about themselves is to control others. Instead of dealing with themselves, dealing with their demons, dealing with their inner conflict, everything, all that unhealed trauma they have going on with them, they would rather try to, in their mind, control you and get you to bow down to them so they won't have to deal with all that stuff they have going on in them. They need authority over you. They want you to bow down to them so they can feel like they somebody. So they can feel like they're in authority, when in real reality, they don't even have authority or control over themselves, because all that, them demons that's running through them are really controlling them. Kingdom people, be mindful of them ones that want you to bow down to them. They want to have authority over your life, and they like to play games. They try to lure you in, trip you up, try to make you feel guilty. I just spoke about this. They'll throw out stuff like, you think you better, you don't care about nobody but yourself. They play all these manipulative games because they want authority over you. Those are all designed to make you be cool with them again. So in their mind, they can have control over you and authority over you in your life, because they want this authority over you. They want you to bow down to them, kingdom people. They want authority over your life. They do. They want authority over you because they have no authority over their own self. The devil do. Okay? And naturally, the devil want authority over your life. So he use them ones he have authority over to operate in his spirit. What else can they do, kingdom people? What else can they do? But just know that. Just understand that and be mindful. Because they will play games to try to pull you back in. And I don't want to go too much into this, but let me tell you something, kingdom people. Having a narcissist or anybody that's wicked, that's toxic, they got all that stuff that I'm hearing, that unclean spirits are operating in them. They are poison to your life, especially once God tell you to remove yourself from them. So it don't matter how many tricks they try to play. If God said no, you could be thinking you all that. You can be, I just heard self-righteous, because that's one of the things they like to say. Because you have chose the righteousness of God, they like to say you self-righteous. But all you doing is stepping away and not allowing them into your life with all that stuff that they trying to do with you. In other words, they call you self-righteous because you won't give them authority over your life. They call you self-righteous because you won't bow down to them. The other things that they like to say is, you think you better. You on your high horse. You don't care about nobody but yourself. That I already say that. Try to make you feel guilty. Try to say, oh, well, we family. Or we been knowing each other for a long time. Or this or that. Or oh, because I was going through this. Or oh. And sometimes, kind of people, they will completely deny if you all had any kind of interaction, or, you know, not so much interaction. Obviously, you've had interaction. But what you begin to reveal, what God began to reveal, or what God has revealed about them, and what you begin to see about them, now you know. And for some of them, some of these situations, you've been seeing it for a long time. It just developed. Who they are developed. It just came more and more out and exposed who they really are. They will deny certain things. They will deny certain things that they have done and do towards you that you know. They will completely deny it because, again, they don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to own up to nothing. They don't want to deal with them demons in there. And many times they don't. That's a threat to their identity, their false identity, should I say. The mask that they're wearing. They don't know how to be nothing else but that mask. They think they're that mask, kingdom people. So, kingdom people, they'll play all kind of tricks to try to get you to give them authority over your life. But we know that's not happening. They'll play all kind of tricks to try to get you to bow down to them. Just understand they're just tricks. They're tactics. Because, kingdom people, they want you to bow down to them. They want authority over your life. And that's all I have to say about that. Kingdom people, please like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Make sure you click on that bell so that you can get a notification when I upload new videos. Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. I really do appreciate you all being here with me. I really don't want to go, but I really do have to go right now. But I will be back to hold my kingdom people down. Kingdom people, above all else, let the Holy Spirit lead you in all things at all times. We are still untouchable. We are still unmovable. We are still unbreakable. And we are still unshakable. That is my time, kingdom people. Jesus girl is out. Peace.